Alright, so we're back today with another decode, and this is going to be on the secret book of John. Yoko, the demon of desire, who is mentioned in the secret book of John. And, of course, John and Yoko, John Lennon, Yoko Ono, and why they were, a couple, quote unquote, destined to be, right? And also talking about the book of Revelation and the number of the beast, 666. So, to start off, Mark Chapman, first off, think about what I just said. Mark of the beast, Mark Chapman, a Christian who killed John Lennon because the main reason was because he didn't like how John Lennon said the Beatles were more popular than Jesus. And yeah, so think about that. Mark of the beast, John in the Bible, John the Apostle. So in some Bibles, 666 is written as 600, so spelled out 600, 6. Okay? And removing the and, 600, 6 equals to 294, okay? And then in other Bibles, 666 is spelled out as 666, which also equals 294. This 294 connection is important because the Catholic Church equals 294. And John Lennon died a span of 294 days before the Jesuit order's birthday. Jesuit order, Holy Bible. We'll tie this all in, but if you've been watching a while, you already know. And, so you see how 294, which is a weird, I haven't made this connection before until recently, but this 294 number, syncing the Catholic Church, Bible, and the infamous number 666. So, yes, very much scripted. And continuing, you can also say that John Lennon died 293 days before the Jesuit order's birthday. And the guy who killed John Lennon, his full name is Mark David Chapman, which equals 293. And John Lennon died 21 weeks and 6 days before his killer's birthday. And like 216, and 6 times 6 times 6, 666, right? You see where I'm going with that? So 6 times 6 times 6 equals 216. And Book of John equals, remember I was talking about Secret Book of John and stuff like that, but just Book of John equals 666 in the English Sumerian cipher. So, in the secret book of John, there's a demon named Yoko, John Lennon's wife name, not by coincidence. I mean, it's just such a joke. You just see, who owned them. The Jesuits, we know this. But to continue, so specifically, she was a demon of desire. And the phrase desire demon equals 666 in English Sumerian. Of course, along with Book of John. And, humanity, carbon-based life forms. Carbon is made up of 6 protons, 6 neutrons, and 6 electrons. 666 again. And what do you think humanity equals in English Sumerian? Exactly, 666. So, all synced up. In addition, just to single out the number 6, I mean, you got carbon is the 6th element on the periodic table, connecting to the 6th day of creation when mankind was made in Genesis. And the phrase sixth day of creation equals 216. Again, the product of 6 times 6 times 6. And which is why Genesis also equals 666, but in reverse English Sumerian, where the rest of the 666 connections equated to that number in just English Sumerian. But still, very, very concrete. As you can see, there's the screenshots. And there is, like I said, I mentioned John Mark, a figure named John Mark, who is apparently separate guy from John the Apostle. It's not the same. They're not the same person. So John Mark in the Bible, okay, and he's a saint. He's a saint. Was a saint. The phrase Saint John Mark equals 153. That infamous number as Jesuit order equals 153, Holy Bible 153, and just the Bible 153. Again, you see who all this ties back to as also, Saint John Mark is celebrated on the Jesuit order's birthday. I mean, it couldn't be more synced up, and on top of all that, Mark Chapman killed John Lennon 153 days before his birthday, his own birthday. 153, Jesuit order, who it all goes back to. I don't even got to keep saying it. If you've been watching, you should know this. And also the phrase British rock band 153. So from the jump, the Beatles, Jesuit pawns, all of them. So it's not just John Lennon, but it is all of them. It's why they, had the platform they had and got, so popular, and why they had all their success. And, to prove this, furthermore, John Lennon's birthday is a span of 56 days before the Society of Jesus' birthday. And the Beatles equals 56, which is the number connecting to Society of Jesus. Society of Jesus, 56. And Lennon's cause of death, of course, gunshot wounds, a phrase equating to 56. Also, and, who shot him? Who gave him those gunshot wounds? A guy with the last name Chapman, which equals 56. I mean, unreal. And in Revelations, which I'll talk more about soon, John the Apostle is exiled to the island of Patmos, a phrase equating to 56. And now that I say this out loud, just thinking about it in real time, I didn't put this together when I was making this, but maybe that's like a nod that these celebrities that get killed off, their characters just getting killed off, but themselves actually just really go to like an island or something and are really alive and living out their last days. They serve the world stage, and because of that, go live your last days on the island. You were a pawn, but now go live your last days on the island. We'll take you out the spotlight. And, just thinking about that, I think maybe this is what it's a nod to. It's something to think about. Although me personally, I do believe that a lot of these celebrity deaths are real, with some few exceptions. But, there's other people out there that speculate a lot of these celebrities that die aren't really dying and are just, being pulled out the spotlight, and, their character, right, and their real selves are just like going to an island or something, or, remote location, to not be seen by the public and live out the rest of their days. But yeah, so maybe that's what that's a nod to. But yeah, so that's just something to think about. But to continue, another Beatle, George Harrison, he was born on the 56th day of the year. It's just like, my gosh. And he was attacked with a knife at age 56. But he didn't die. And I think, this was I think this was the Society of Jesus, trying to kill him at that age to fulfill that numerical ritual, but the attacker failed at that, and George Harrison ended up dying 2 years later at the age of 58. So I think that was a failed attempt to fulfill that numerical ritual there. Because if he would have died from that attack at age 56, then it would have fulfilled it. But yeah, so 56 all over the Beatles. We know who their masters were / are. There's a couple still alive, so. But in addition, the Beatles equals 173, which is the 40th prime number. John Lennon, the first Beatle to die, died at age 40, who was also born in 1940. And the number 40 is all over the Bible. 40 days, 40 nights in the desert, 40 days, 40 nights, this, that, 40 this, that, everywhere. And also, Old Testament, I believe in the most pure cipher, the full reduction cipher, equals 40. So, yeah, it's all synced up, all biblical. The Society of Jesus, all biblical. So, and in the secret book of John, like I said, demon name Yoko, right? Who is the demon of desire. Yoko and the phrase demon of desire both equal 66, along with John the Apostle. It just couldn't be more synced up. And think about Revelation being the 66th book of the Bible, which is Revelation, the book of Revelation, also called the Apocalypse of John, right? So you see how that ties in. And this is the last book of the Bible, specifically the last book of the New Testament. It's in a part of the New Testament, last book of the New Testament. New Testament equals 66. Revelation tells us about the number of the beast. Number of the beast, or also called number of a man, because man is beast. And you can look up the Talmud, and the Jews say that if you're not like us, you're not us. You're cattle, you're beasts, you're monsters. There's all these terms for us, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. The people that, for somebody that doesn't understand this, you're not looked at as a human. The people that rule over us, you're looked as an animal. You're looked at as a beast, and which I'll connect. You're just looked at as lesser, literally, because and to a degree, for the most part, that's true, because they've systematically dumbed us down, and of course we think like animals. That's not, but you can't completely blame that on them, because to some degree we've allowed that to happen. We've been sloppy, But anyways, I'm not going to get too off topic. But yeah, that's how they look at us, and that's why number of a beast is also called number of a man, and number of the beast and number of a man, both phrases equating to 66, along with mankind 66. You see where this is going? Beasts equals 66, curse 66, Bible worship 66. So just, proving what I'm saying. And in Revelation, the beast is allowed to rule for 42 months. 42 months spelled out like that. 42 months, 66. Oh my gosh. And I'll talk more about this 42 months thing soon. And having said all this, the Beatles, most popular rock and roll band of all time. Rock and roll, 66. Not rock and roll, but rock and roll, 66. And John Lennon. This all goes, biblical things, concepts, stuff like that, right? John Lennon, his more popular than Jesus comment in 1966, also known as the bigger than Jesus controversy. Bigger than Jesus equals 66. The 66s, when I was doing this decode, really, I was blown away. And there's always more, you guys. I mean, there's always more. I'm pretty sure I've found some stuff after that I need to go back and add. It's overwhelming, the amount of stuff that's coded into these stories, these scripts. But yeah. So to continue with the 42 months thing, the beast rules for 42 months. So John Lennon was killed exactly a span of 42 weeks before the Jesuit order's birthday. Again, connecting the beast for ruling for 42 months. In addition, mankind, beasts, Yoko, Book of John, New Testament, and Jesuit all equal 42. And how I said the book of Revelation is also called the Apocalypse of John, phrase equating to 181, the 42nd prime. Also John Lennon from Liverpool, England, location equating to 181, again, 42nd prime. So, yep. And Yoko Ono, and see, that kind of ties into the thing, like, people have said and claimed that Yoko was John's handler and she controlled him. And a lot of people say this isn't true now, but back then, like with the Beatles breaking up and stuff, and she was, according to many, the reason for that, and all this stuff, how it ties in. And it kind of fits. That kind of fits that accusation, because look at all this that I'm presenting, and connecting Yoko. And Yoko was 47 years old when John died, and John, Beast, and Time all equal 47, along with, John the Baptist equals 211, the 47th prime. So, you know what I mean? Like, she's obviously a controlled puppet, and I mean, that's concrete. But, yeah, I mean, so it goes along with those accusations for sure. And then John Lennon died 72 days after the Jesuit order's birthday. This is also another number with them, because Jesuit order equals 72. Society of Jesus, their formal name. The Jesuits' formal name was founded on a date with numerology of 72. In Paris, France, Paris equals 72. And also, John died 72 days before Yoko's birthday. I mean, this stuff just couldn't get more scripted. It can't. I say this every video. I say this every single video. It's nuts. Also synced with the Queen, as John Lennon died 33 weeks after the Queen's birthday, connecting to England, where he was from, the Queen, England 33, Bible 33, Sunday 33, Good Book, which the Bible is also called 33, and New York, where John Lennon was killed, 33, so many 33 rituals with New York, and, Jesus dead at age 33. And the English translation for the Hebrew name of God is Jehovah, which equals 33. I mean, you get it, how thick this biblical ritual is. John Lennon set up to portray Jesus, with the numerical ritual, but also, with the surface level stuff, as you see in this picture below. Think about it, the most influential Beatle, he stood for peace and all this, kind of like a Jesus type figure, you would say, you know where I'm going with that. And I mean, of course they controlled, they prop these people up and manipulate the masses this way. But that's why you see him leading in this picture. That's why you see him leading the rest of the Beatles in white. Jesus wore a bunch of white, specifically white linen tunics. White linen tunics. It's like John Lennon's last name, Lennon. It's like, this stuff is just such a joke. And of course, this cover was for the Beatles' Abbey Road album, which was released on the Pope's birthday at the time. It's laughable. And the Pope's birthday was one day before the Jesuit order's birthday. And I actually did see a source that said this album released on the Jesuit order's birthday, but I wasn't even going to say that, because most sources say the 26th of September. So, but yeah, I mean, and you see, connecting Lennon to Jesus, Lennon 74, Jesus 74, cross 74, killing 74. Jesus and Lennon both went out by killing 74. Messiah 74, Gospel 74. Parables 74, English 74, Gematria 74. We know this stuff. And going back to his more popular than Jesus comment, he made this comment on March 4th in 1966. Okay, March 4th. How we write it in the US, 3/4, like 34, connecting to Jesus, cross, and the Beatles, all equating to 34. And this comment was the main reason he got murdered by Mark Chapman. Chapman, 34. Murder, 34. What a joke. And his full name, Mark David Chapman, equals 139, the 34th prime number. Unreal. Lennon made this comment 146 days after his birthday. Jesus Christ, 146. Lennon made this comment 67 days before his future killer's birthday, Mark Chapman's birthday. Christian, who was a Christian, angered by his remark. Okay, so killer, 67. Mark David Chapman, 67. In addition, sacrificed, crucifixion, human sacrifice, blood sacrifice, all equal 67. And actually, I think I forgot to put that Mark David Chapman equals 67 in the screenshot, but I'll fix that. And whether figuratively or literally, it said that celebrities sell their souls at the crossroads. I've heard stories that this happens literally, and then some that just sign their life, their person away literally on a piece of paper, a contract, and they say they're selling their souls at the crossroads, or on the line, stuff like that, and this isn't a coincidence that crossroads also equals 67. Jesus crucified, of course, and yeah, so last piece of information. John was 25 years old when he made the more popular than Jesus comment, and Gospel 25, Lennon 25, death 25, RIP 25. Death also equals 97, the 25th prime number. The Beatles 97, again the 25th prime. And the Book of Revelation equals 97, and again the 25th prime number. That was all I had to go over. Thank you guys for watching. Share, like. I shouldn't have to say that, but get the knowledge out there. I mean, we need this known. This stuff has been hidden for too long. We need this known now. So, yeah, all I had to say. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm out. Peace.